G'day, welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, I'm gonna probably destroy Chain of Command 2. This is my first run through. I've had Chain of Command 1 and played it a few times, but that was quite a while ago, and I barely got a handle on those rules. So warm up your typing fingers. I'm gonna need a bit of help here. This is probably gonna go a bit wonky. As you can see, I'm going to use the 1940 supplement, and I'm going to play the Shimbalo Gap first scenario. As a warm-up, because I kind of know the scenario, I'm going to play the first game. Whether I box on with the campaign, I don't know. I'll see how many people might be angry comments about how badly I play these rules. But let's crack into it. Aerial reconnaissance of the area, as you can see, didn't show up any major French forces, but the Germans in this scenario pushing through the small town. They've decided not to commit their armour because the 3rd Panzer in the scenario didn't have a lot of high-end armour. Most of it was Panzer 2s and 1s, so they're going to clear the town with the infantry. They're advancing with caution. The town looks pretty quiet, but the German troops are in their jump-off positions and they're ready to go. So for turn 1, the Germans used 2 3s to bring on this section with a junior leader and place it on Overwatch, and they put their heavy machine gun in the loft on Overwatch as well. I'm not sure if they can do that, but they've gone and bloody done it. So there you go, right in. They used the 1 to bring on the mortar team, and it's lying down on the long grass along the railway tracks, ready to fire on the town. They didn't use the 6 because that's nothing. They got 1 chain of command, and they didn't use their senior leader, didn't bring him on. So over to the French. Okay, so the French, with their dice, they brought on their little tank and moved that up. So their tanks moved down the road. They've also brought on a 60mm mortar at the back of the field. I've watched a few games. I noticed that a lot of guys don't really deploy much on the table. I don't know. I'm just trying things. I've not really played it too much before, so I figure I get those things out. The Germans are on Overwatch, and I don't want them to build up too big a firebase before I get troops on the table. I've also deployed a section for a 3 or for a 2 in that manor house there in the main building, and most of it's pointing out into the open field. The Overwatch can't activate because they just deployed, they didn't move. And the last thing I deployed was my VB team over here in the garden next to the broken truck. So they're looking across the field, but they're also not doing anything, so they can't be Overwatch fired. So let's cross back to the Germans phase and see how we go. Okay, German second phase, they brought on a team here for a 3, and the junior leader ordered the machine gun team to lay down covering fire on the manor house, and the other rifle section moved up in tactical. So they've come up, moving across. They used their second 3 or another 3 to bring on the infantry gun, and it's on Overwatch looking down the road. I don't know how it's going to do against that tank, but I guess we're going to find out. And that's pretty much all they did. They wanted to start moving up here, but they decided against it. So in the French phase, they moved the tank up, used a 3 for that, I believe. They also placed the unit that's honkering down in the manor house on Overwatch, and they fired their 60mm mortar at the guys moving up over the railway tracks, but the shot went wide. So back to the Germans. A German double phase this round, 2 6s. They used their 2 to bring on a section, their last section, by the blown up building. Their senior leader or second senior leader is in the building there. And they used the 2 1s to tactically advance this section down the railway lines. Over to their second round, and whether the French want to react fire. So the Germans used the 3 to place the rifle squad on covering fire to suppress that manor house, while the light machine gun team leaped them and moved up, normal movement, carrying on their progressing up the railway tracks. Over on the other side, you can see the Germans moving through the field now. The first squad is moved up, and the second squad is moved into the hedge line, while the machine gunner is still offering overwatch cover. So all the French managed to do is deploy from the drop-off point on the opposite side of the house, cross the railway tracks, and get into the bush, and that will pose a major threat to the Germans advancing down the railway tracks. So they only had 2 senior leader activations, so they didn't really do much after that. Back to the Germans. Okay, the first thing the Germans did is use the 3 to put the squad lining hedge on overwatch, and then they use the 2 to move these lads up. I think they're going to advance at normal speed through the shrubs, and then over on this side they're going to use the 1 to fire the mortar into those trees, and they're going to also open up with the machine guns at the lads in the trees. Okay, all hell's going to break loose because the French in the building have decided to open up at these guys. They've spent 3 chain of command points to go tactical, so the Germans are down to just 1 chain of command point now. So I believe it's close range, so normally hitting on 4s. God, cat. Normally hitting on 4s, but because they are under covering fire, it'll be 5s or 6s. They've got light machine gun and 2 rifles, so 8 dice. They've hit 5 times. So we'll roll or save, so they're in light cover. Oh, so I think that's 2 dead, and that's it. So 1 from each squad, I would say, is a junior leader. It is it is the junior leader, and he is 1. I don't know what that means. He could be dead. Come on, cat. How am I going to get you down? So 1, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. So that's a bad thing's happened. Junior leader killed. 4. Junior leader killed or captured 4, -2 points. So the Germans started on 8, they're down to 6. Well, that's not good. And they also got to take a rifleman off. But I fear the building's going to come under heavy fire now from German response. All of these boys here now are going to open up on the farmhouse and deal out a bit of punishment. So we're going to start with the German tripod heavy machine gun in the top story there. They get 10 dice. Hitting on 5s and 6s. They're just going to get 2 hits. And they save both of those. So then we're going to go with the 6 riflemen down the bottom, and they're going to get 2 hits. Oh, and that's 1 kill and 1 point of shock, I believe. Guy on the roof he stuck his head out. He'll die. Oh, is it the junior leader? Let's decide that first. No. Cat. So 1 Frenchman's dead, and they get a point of shock on that team upstairs. And then lastly, we have the bipod machine gun, which gets 8 dice, I believe. And that's going to hit 2 times. The Germans are consistent, if anything else. Come on, boys. What are you going to do? A 5 is another point of shock. I'm going to say, as soon as I find my points of shock. So 2 points of shock on them, and all those overwatches gone off. So whether I want to fire the infantry gun as well. That might be handy if that tank comes rolling down the street though. So might just keep that off for now. Okay, the last bit of shooting we've got is this machine gun team here firing down the road. And they're going to get 3 hits. we'll put 2 on the machine gun section, and that's light cover, so I think that's 1 point of shock and point of shock on each. 3 chain of command points, senior leader, and a 3, which I think is a junior leader. I mean, that puts them up to 7 chain of command points, but not really what they need now. They need to be shooting. So the French used their 3 to activate their tank, and they've moved it up, and now they're going to use their coax machine gun to fire at these guys. But before they do that, I think the German gun will activate on Overwatch and try and hit them. And they've rolled a 7. It's kind of obscured, so it's going to be a 7. Each shot, no low profile. It's low profile and it's small, so no, they missed. They missed by a country mile. So now it will fire its machine gun. 6 dice, and it's going to hit 4. It's going to hit 4 times. They are tactical, so they've got some cover. So that's just 2 points of shock. I should have split that up. So I'll just do a quick roll. 1, 2, 3. It's on the machine gun team. So they're both on the machine gun team. And then they'll use their senior leader who's behind the building to activate. He'll use 2 initiatives to remove 2 points of shock. And then he's got 1 left to tell him to fire. Everybody fire. Fire, fire, fire. So the top machine gun will fire 6 shots. And they will get 4 hits. 2 on the machine gun team. And 2 on the rifle team. Light cover. So no. So then you've got 2 riflemen in the top window. And they'll both miss. And then downstairs, you've got 2 riflemen. Should be hitting on 5s, I think, because of the attrition. So they'll get 1 hit, and they'll go on the rifle team, and that'll kill a man. Can't be the junior leader, because he's already dead. The Germans lose another guy off that squad. I think the other guys are out of it. Okay, not such a great role for the Germans, but they have deployed their senior leader there, so he's going to activate the 75mm gun and shoot at the tank. The other senior leader is in the building, so he's going to have enough to activate all these lads to fire again. And then the red dice, which was 1 section, we're going to use to try and advance these guys to get them out of arc of fire of that building. So these guys here will move tactically 1 dice. I think what the leader will do is he'll order the rifle squad to lay down covering fire, suppression fire, so that'll suppress the building again. And then the heavy machine gun, which gets 10 dice, will open up. It only gets 1 lousy hit, which goes on the machine gun team and does nothing. And then the bipod machine gun down by the hedge will also fire. It does a bit better, it gets 5 hits. All on the guys upstairs. I think it has to split it, doesn't it? So 3 on the guys upstairs. That's a point of shock and 1 dead. And downstairs is nothing. So is it the leader? No, it isn't. The infantry gun will now try and fire at the tank, and it misses again. And that's all the Germans can do. Another bit of a rubbish roll for the French. I think they're going to fire this squad down the railway tracks at the advancing Germans for their 1. And the only other 1 they've got, they're going to use to activate the guys in the building. They've got 8 chain of command points now, but they're doing bugger all else. So let's do the guys in the building first. I don't think they can target these guys over here because they're out of arc. So they're going to shoot down at the guys at the hedge. 5 6s, but it's long range, but because of covering fire, they're down to 6s, I think. So the machine gun first. 2 hits. 1 on the machine gun team. Saves it. And on the other team, saves it. So then they've got 2 riflemen. and they both miss. And I think these two riflemen probably can see, but these guys probably can't at the door, and they miss as well. So that was a fat load of good. The last thing the French are going to do is fire their teams down here at the Germans advancing up the railway track. So the machine gun gets 6 dice. It's long range, so they're hitting on 5. So they've got 1 point of shock, but that doesn't matter. So they get 3 hits. 2 on the machine gun team, no, and 1 on the other team, no. And then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rifles. And they're just going to hit twice, 1 on each. The machine gun team, no, and the other team, no. So that was a big fat nothing for the French. French can't hit anything. Come on, boys, get your act together, or you're going to get minced by the Germans. So the Germans got quite a respectable hand this time. So they're going to use the senior leader here and activate that guy and try and move him up through the field to get these boys set. They've given these guys a team order, so they're going to move them up to the hedge line. Over here, they're going to activate the senior leader and move him up to the building to take the place of the other guy, and they're going to use junior activation to activate that gun again. And then crossing across to the other side here, they've got an activation there to get these guys moving and shooting. Okay, so the German gun has managed to hit the tank. It gets 4 dice and doesn't do anything. So tank doesn't even need to roll. That's fine. I think that's right. So, and you can see the infantry squad's moving 2 inches at a time up to the hedge line, so they've finally got there. Just this team to activate now. I think the machine gun will fire. I don't think it wants to lay down covering fire. It's going to fire 8 dice. The guys in the tree. And it's going to get 3 hits. 1 on the machine gun squad and 1 on the rifle team. 2 on the machine gun, which does nothing, and 1 on the rifle squad, which does a kill. Is it the junior leader? No. The Frenchman take another kill there. They've lost 3 guys. No, he lost 1 guy. And then the rifle team will move up. They're going to move up 9. Germans are advancing under fire. Back to the French. So the French have used their 2 to deploy the section. Some of the guys you can just see through that little gap are in the building, and the other squad and the junior leader are on around the back of the building. And then over here they've brought the senior leader on, and he's going to activate these guys. So the senior leader is deployed on the table, jumped the railway tracks and joined these guys. He's removed 1 point of shock, and he got them to all fire down at the Germans. The first round was the machine gun, and that took out 1 guy off each team. We've still got the rifle guys to do. I'll roll those now. So I think 7 dice for the rifleman. And they're going to hit 4 times. The Germans are in a bit of trouble here. So I think they're going to use their chain of command, which they should have used before, and go tactical. So this squad's gone tactical. So they're now in light cover. It wouldn't have saved them, or would it have saved them last time. Should have done that the time before. Never mind. 2 on the machine gun team, and that's still a kill, and nothing on the other guy. Is it the junior leader? No, it's not. So the machine gun team is just down to 1 guy now. So that squad's getting thinned out pretty badly. So I used the 3 to activate the guys. The senior. So I used the 3 to activate these guys. They've removed a point of shock, and they're going to shoot down at these guys here. So the machine gun first. Long range 5s. It's the best fire. I need 6s. That's going to get nothing. Got the 2 riflemen in the other window. They're going to miss, and the 2 riflemen downstairs, they're also going to miss. So over to the French second phase. Oh, and they get another double phase and another point of chain of command. Okay, I think they're going to use the senior leader here to activate these guys and give the guys down the railway tracks another hammering, and then going across to this side of the pitch, they're going to use the team to activate this team to fire, and they've got a machine gun in that window and a rifleman in the doorway, so they're going to hammer these boys. The guys in the trees first, machine gun. It's going to hit once. Go on the rifle team. They attack, so that's a point of shock. And then 7 rifles. They're going to hit once. And that's in the guys in the building there. The machine gun first. It's close range, so I believe they're hitting on 4s. They're in cover and they're tactical, so they're in hard cover, I think. So that's nothing. And then 2 riflemen in the doorway. They hit once. And 6 is a kill. No junior leader, so he's another guy. Germany's in a bit of trouble now. And it's a French number 2. Okay, so the French are going to use 1 senior leader dice to activate that guy there and keep hammering the Germans in the open down by the railway tracks. Moving across to this side, they're going to use the single to activate the VB team, and the section to open up with the guys in the buildings. And then they've got another senior leader token over there, and the guy behind the building is going to yell through the door, "Why have you Frenchmen stopped shooting? Keep shooting. Shoot, shoot, shoot." So let's go with that. A quick question, if you could, in the comments for avid players. It says that the suppressor fire lasts for this phase and the next. Well, crafty old French are up to the 3rd phase, so I'm guessing that suppression marker comes off now. So yeah, if you know, does it last until the Germans phase, or is it? I guess I'm taking it off. It's coming off. Okay, that was a very painful round for the Germans. This team's now pinned. It came under sustained fire from the VB team behind the hedge line by the truck, and also from the guys in the building there. I think I've been messing up pinning markers. I've been a bit shy on those, but I think I got that sorted. And these guys come under heavy fire from the chateau building, or the large cottage, and they've taken a couple of pins as well. And the Germans on the other side there have lost their machine gun team, and they've gone down to just 5 force morale now. So the Germans are in a bit of dire straits, and the French are looking pretty good. Let's roll the German dice now. So I think the Germans will use a junior leader here to fire their gun at the tank. They use the other junior leader dice to activate the heavy machine gun in the building. They'll activate this senior leader here, and they'll activate the pin team. So I think they can fire at half effect. So the gun's going to do an aimed shot. They hit last time, so 4. Oh, come on, Germans. Come on. 4. So normally 5s, they're low profile and they're small, so that makes, and they're obscure 7, 8, 9, and then no, just no. So that was a big nothing burger. Okay, I think the heavy machine gun team is going to shoot at the VB boys because they're only in light cover, so they're going to get 10 shots. I think they're hitting them 5s or 6s. Oh, and they're going to get a few, so 4 hits. That's 1 kill and 2 points of shock. Is it the leader? It is the leader. What's happened to him? I think he might be dead. I think he's dead, Jim. He's wounded. And we've got to do a check for that. Wounded 6. minus 2 points. So the French are down to 8. They're still pretty healthy. But that's a good result. And they got a pin marker as well. So then this senior leader here, he is going to tell these guys to fire. Tell this lad to put down covering fire on that damn building. So we can't seem to kill the guys. Tell the riflemen to shoot at the building. And they'll get 1 hit, which does nothing. And then he's going to move 2 dice. So he's going to move 6 inches, which might be bad. Probably should have brought that infantry squad with him, because now he's out in the open by himself. So now we've got these guys. Now, I think it says pinned guys can fire at half effect. Pinned units fire with 50% reduction in firepower. Well, I'll take that. Machine gun team can't see anything because they're not within 4 inches of that. These guys are 3, so they get 1 shot. Not much of a take, really. Come on, boys. Oh, come on, boys. You can do it. No, you can't do it. So that's German turn. Bit of a disaster for the Germans. Probably consider bugging out if I was them right now. But I'm a sucker for punishment. So the French have decided to use their 3 to activate the junior leader here with this section. They've used a senior leader activation over there to activate their inferior senior leader. And down here, they're going to use the other one to activate these boys. And they've picked up another chain of command, which I forget to use. They've got 11 now, so they probably should interrupt the German tomb at some stage. Right, let's crack it and see what they can do. This poor German squad is going to take a bit of pain because the senior leader is going to order the French light machine gun to open up, and that's going to hit twice, but it's going to do nothing. And these riflemen of that section are also going to open up 7 shots, and they're going to hit 4 times, and they're just going to do 1 point of shock. And then I've just realised that the mortar's also in range of the commander, so he's going to use this last initiative to tell the mortar to fire. And the mortar's going to get 1 hit, and that's going to do nothing. So they got away pretty lucky there, but they're getting hammered. The guys in the house are also going to open up the Germans in the hedge line, and their machine gun is going to fire 6 shots, and he's going to get 3 hits, 2 on the rifle team and 1 on the machine gun team, and the machine gun team takes a point of shock. Then you've got 3 rifle shots, 2 of those are going to hit, 2 on the rifle team, no, 1 on the machine gun team. It's another point of shock, so they're up to 3 points of shock. And then these boys here are also going to fire. So the machine gun team in the doorway, I think it's struggling to hit there. I think they're going to have to shoot over here. These guys just going to get 1 hit, and that's a point of shock. The rifle guys, and then they have got 3 riflemen that can shoot out the doorway, this little hole over here, and the back of the building, but they do anything. Right, so the Germans are going to use the 1 to activate the mortar and shoot. And then over here, they're going to use the 3 to activate the junior leader of the gun and have another crack at the tank. Here, the senior leader in the building is going to activate, tell the heavy machine gun to fire, and perhaps remove some shock off these guys. And lies the problem with the perfect plan. I haven't got enough. Because I forgot to shoot at that junior leader, but he's got and this senior leader here is going to move up, remove shock from these guys, and then these guys will hopefully be able to move and shoot. So let's see how the German plan goes. So the heavy machine gun team is going to open up the VB guys again, and he is going to get 3 more hits. They're light cover, so that's 3 points of shock. So those guys are now pinned. The commander removed 1 point of shock off these guys, and then these guys are all going to open up at the lead in the main building. Machine gun gets 7 dice, and they're going to get 3 hits on the upstairs team. Oh, they're going to kill 2 of them. Is it the leader? It is the leader. 1, he's dead. So they've killed the French junior leader upstairs, and they've taken out a guy. And they give him a point of shock. And the bad things happen. 1. I don't think that's anything. No effect. French don't care. They didn't like that guy. So now the rifle team's going to fire, and they're going to get 5 shots. And they're going to hit once. And they're going to put another point of shock on them as well. So there's a bit of round. It's a bit of round for the Germans. French building is starting to fall to pieces. So the last thing to do is activate this guy. He's going to move for 1 activation, and he's only going to move 3 inches. What's wrong with him? He's going to move up 3 inches. So he's going to get to there. Then he's going to use 2 activations, his last 2 activations, to pull 2 points of shock off the machine gun team. So these guys are no longer pinned anymore because they've got 5 points of shock. And there's 6 of them. Now, if I was a smart man, I would have used my chain of command to interrupt the turn there, but... Oh, and these guys are going to shoot now. Sorry, forgot that. They have got an activation, so... I pulled the shock off the wrong guys, because the machine gun team can't see anything. I think they'll technically move up 6, so they're going to move up to the hedge, which leaves the senior leader exposed again. I'm a tactical genius. What's going on? Not a lot for the French to do with their hands, so I think they're just going to activate their mortar and fire down at these guys here. So 4 dice. They hit with 1, and they didn't do anything. So pretty poor round for the French. So the Germans are going to use the 4 to activate their senior leader, and they're going to use the 3 and a 1 to combine to act as senior leader for their turn. I think, however, the French might finally spend a chain of command and interrupt their turn. Okay, they're going to use their chain of command to fire with this unit right here. The machine gun's going to get 6 dice. Oh, I can't really target them. Damn it. Okay, let's change that. We'll use it to activate those guys down in the woods. Machine gun team will fire, and they'll get 1 hit on this rifle team. That's a point of shock. And then they've got 7 rifles. And they're only going to hit once. And they're going to do nothing. So that was a big waste of nothing. So back to the German master plan. This leader is going to move up 1 dice. 6, so he's going to get up close with these guys. He's going to use another 1 to pull off a point of shock from these guys. And then he's going to tell them to fire. And they're going to fire at the VB team. So the machine gun gets 8 dice. Close range, hitting on 4s. They're pins, so they're in light cover, heavy cover. So 3 hits. 2 more pins. And then the rifle section only got 2 shots. But they'll hit once and miss. So then the senior leader here will activate the machine gun team and they'll shoot at the VB team as well. Let's kill that team. 10 dice. They're going to get 7 hits. 5 hits. But they're only going to do 1 pin. Useless. I need 1 more pin to double them. This team can't see him, so he's going to use another order to take off a pin from the machine gun team and get them to fire at the guys in the building. 8 dice this time. And they're going to get 3 hits on the upstairs lads. Nothing. And then the rifle team is also going to shoot, but it's only going to get 5 dice. And they're going to get 2 hits. And they're going to do nothing. So that's the German turn up dry. Back to the French. Okay, so the French are going to add the 2 2s together to activate their senior leader. They're going to activate their tank, and they're going to use the last 3 to activate these boys over here. So the tank's come around the corner and hosed these guys down. He took a guy off and put some shock on them. Took a guy off the machine gun team, so I think he killed 2. So they're in a bit of trouble. The senior leader came over, ran across the road and removed a point of shock from the VB team. And down at the other side, the Germans on the other side of the railway tracks took another point of shock, and that's about it. Back to the Germans. Okay, so the Germans are going to combine the 2 2s to activate their senior leader in the building here. I'm guessing they can use the 1 to activate the gun just without the junior leader. So we're going to try that. And then lastly, they're going to use the 3 to activate this guy. But of course, before we do all that, I think the French are going to spend another chain of command dice and activate their tank. And the tank is going to fire. I think it's just going to use its machine gun. I don't know if it wants to use its main gun. HE. No, I don't think so. I think it's just going to use its machine gun. Close range, heading for 4s. It's going to hit twice. Once on the machine gun team, nothing. Once on the rifle team, 5. They are tactical and they are in light cover, so that's just going to be another point of shock. It does take them to 6, however. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's only 5 of them in the squad, so they'll be pinned. So the tank's pinning them down. German gun is going to have a crack at the boys in the building. And it's going to get 1 hit. I don't know if HE, I think HE gets Steel of Storm, maybe? No, so 1 hit. It reduces cover down to light. And that'll be a kill, is it? Can't be the leader, he's already dead. So we'll take another guy out of there. They're not so happy, those dudes. They're getting pulverized. Next we're back to these guys. So Commander's got 3 actions, so he's going to use 1 to remove a point of shock from the rifle team. He's going to tell the heavy machine gun team to crack off at the VB unit again. So if he can't kill those guys, he can't even hit them, never mind kill them. No, he's got 3 hits. I take it back. Sorry, Hans. Oh, oh, very sorry, Hans, because you've just done 2 kills and it's point of shock. Is it the leader? No, it's not. So, but 2 dead and another point of shock breaks them because there are only 2 guys left, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 points of shock. So that's they break. I don't know what happens here, but it's happened. We better look that up. Well done, machine gun team. Okay, so the VB unit are rounded 16 inches. They're right on the edge of the table, I don't know if they drag all those pin markers with them. I'm guessing they do. If anyone knows, chuck that in the comments. Would be fantastic. I might just have a read anyway, see if I can sort it out. So that was good. That was the result for the Germans. So they've still got their teams down below to shoot. Let's crack into those now. They're going to shoot at the manor house again. So 8 dice for the machine guns. Oh, they've got their eye in now. Jeepers. 7 hits. I've been playing it that they only hit the guys at the top, but because I didn't think they could really see the guys down below, but I suppose they kind of can. So we'll put 4 on the guys down below, and they'll take 2 points of shock, and we'll put 3 on the guys upstairs, and they'll take a point of shock. So 3 upstairs, and now they've got 3 downstairs. So they are now pinned. Well done. Well done, Germans. Pinned. Still got the rifle team to go, and they're back up to 6 shots. They're going to hit twice, but they're not going to do anything. The last thing the Germans are going to do is over here on the flank, they're going to activate the junior leader, which I didn't think they had, and he's going to remove 2 points of shock. So the Germans clawing their way back into the game because the French rolled and lost 2 points force morale, so they're down to 6 force morale now, but it is their turn. So the French gain another trainer command point. They're back up to 4. They're going to use the 3 to activate the tank and try and demolish that squad by the hedge. I think they're just going to fire their machine guns. I'm not really sure if the main guns are with it. It's only got 3 HE. So machine gun, close range, hitting on 4, so they get 3 hits. They're pinned, so they're behind the hedge, so it's like cover pinned, heavy cover. So they didn't do anything. Then they used the 1 to activate their mortar to fire down at the guys on the railway tracks, and they get 3 hits. I don't know if mortars get steel, storm, or storm steel, or daily stormy storm steel. They do get storm steel, so that'll be 2 more dice they'll be rolling. That makes it a bit more worthwhile. So they're going to get 4 hits. The tat's cool, and then cover that conceals them, so that takes them to heavy cover. Mortars take it back up to light cover. Light cover, I believe. There's still 2 points of shock. And they're activating a team in there, which is the machine gun team. So 6 dice and a couple of riflemen. And they're going to hit 4 times. And they're going to do 2 points of shock, which will pin these guys. So everyone's getting pinned down. All right, the Germans are going to use the 3 to fire the 7.5 centimeter gun. They're going to use the red 4 to activate the senior leader here. He's going to get everyone to shoot. Over here, the 4 is going to activate the other senior leader, and he's going to remove shock, and I use the 2 to activate the team or the squad section to fire. And then the last one I'll use over here to activate this guy. So let's do all that and see how we get on. Well, I've removed all the shock. Let's start with the 7.5 centimeter gun shooting at the tank. Gonna do an aim shot. 11, that's gonna hit. What can he do? Oh, I think he can get two hits on there. It's in the side armor, so that must mean something. It's got to be good somewhere, because it's armor 5. Oh, so it's penetrates on a 4, so that's 3 hits. There you go, it was good. And they're armor 5. So he's going to save 3, so that's no net hits. So roll a dice, and we get a 1. A 1 is 1 shock, reverse, immediately reverse. 1D 6 inches. 1 inch. Sacre bleu. So they're just going to go back an inch and take a point of shock. Next up, the commander in the building's going to activate the heavy machine gun again. It's going to go against the lads in the manor. 10 dice, 5s or 6s I think. 5 hits, 3 upstairs, 2 downstairs. 3 upstairs, 1 point of shock. 2 downstairs, 2 more points of shock. So the other machine gun's going to open up, 8 shots, and it's going to get 4 hits. So that's a kill upstairs. Takes the machine gun, that squad down to 1 guy, and a point of shock on them. So they're down to 5 guys, and they've got 10 shocks, so they're broken. So they're going to retreat 6 plus 6, 12 inches. Once again, I'm guessing they drag all their tokens with them. Bad things happen. A 2, I don't think that's much. 1 off their force morale. So they're down to just 5 now. All we've got left is these fellas here. And I think he's used his to remove all that shock. I think these guys will shoot at the guys in that building that are shooting at them. Machine gun, got 8 dice. So he's going to hit 7 times. I think 3 at the guys behind the building. And that's going to kill 2 of them. And 4 at the guys in the building. And that's going to give them 1 point of shock. The leader's at the back of the building, and so is the senior leader. So is it one of them? Is it one of them? Yes, it is. 4, 5, 6. It's the senior leader. It is the senior leader. And 4. Oh, I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good. 4. Leader wounded. So he's wounded. Roll on the chart. A 5. Senior leader wounded 5. 2 points of morale. So they've dropped down to 3. And one of their guys comes off. I think with that, the French are going to call it a day, because they're down to 3 in the force morale. Their VB team has got more shock than I've had hot breakfasts. So they're retreating. They're just about the edge of the board. They've been forced out of that main house. Those guys are retreating down through the alleyway, so they're broken as well. I mean, these boys are holding up all right. And that German team right down the railway tracks isn't looking the best, but I mean, they could hang on, but with 3 activations, the Germans took a long time to warm up with their fire, but this big fire base over here, if I got it right, really started doing the damage. So there you go. I hope you stuck it out to the end. I really enjoyed it. It's quite a bit to these rules, so it'll take me a while to fudge my way through. I don't know if this will be the first in a campaign. I might fight the second one. I'll see what people say in the comments, or if people want to see more of it. I've got a next game I want to get back into my Punic War campaign, so that'll be a big battle, and then we'll just play it by ear from there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks to those that are subscribed and all that razzma jazz, and I'll catch you next time. Cheerio. Could you please come down? Because you're a giant pain in the ass.